Hello folks, it's Nate here with another Blood and Plunder unboxing. Today I'm going to be looking at the Dutch Nationality starter set which I got with my Kickstarter. I've been very good and not started cleaning any of these guys up, so you're going to see them as soon as I do. Looking at the back of the box, with the Dutch starter you get a commander, you get 8 military, you get 8 capers, 4 enderplug, and 4 Zeleden. Now, basically, like all the starter sets, you get a selection of models which you can play straight out the box. You've got basically Dutch militia type guys. You've got capers who are professional soldiers. You've got enderplug, which are their more elite guys. These are your storming party, first over the ramparts type guys, and you've got Zeleden, which are their sailors. So let's have a look what we get. Right. So, like all the stuff, you get it now in these cool blisters, so it travels nice and safe. We've got our enderplug, we've got our Zeleden. We got, it's hard to get out, capers, military, and more of those to make them up to 8. You also get a faction card, which has all of the stats for the different units you get in the box. You know, the fight, save, resolve, shoot, what weapons they get, training levels, and special rules. And on the back you actually get the faction rules, so you can play them as either Dutch privateers or Dutch Caribbean militia. It says what your core units, what your support units are, and the special rules for each force, giving each faction their own individual flavor. So that's all well and good, but let's look at the pretty models. So first up, we're going to go for the Zeleden, because they're the first ones I picked up. Now, there are four metal scopes of these. Yes, there are 5 in the box, but one of those is the commander. We'll look at him in a minute. So, all one-piece metal models. So, you've got this guy armed with a knife and a pistol. With pewter, anyone who's ever used pewter before knows that you get little bendy weapons, but they just straighten right up because it is a very good quality very good quality white metal that they use. It's not lead anymore. I'm showing my age there. Got him. Got this guy's armed with a cutlass and pistol coming out. And what I do love about these models is they're dressed traditionally in kind of the Dutch style of the time. But also, if you look at this guy, he's not your standard buff, Space Marine type guy, but he's actually got a little bit of a pot belly. Another guy, a little bit of flash on him, but nothing that's not going to just trim straight off. Nice woolen hat. And these new guys, if you can see there, have sculpted in stripes on their trousers, so you can, without having to freehand it, you can paint the classic stereotypical striped pirate trousers if you want on these guys, which is cool because I hate doing freehand work. And we got this guy again armed with a cutlass. Those sword nerds out here, it's a double clamshell cutlass, much like my own. And pistol. Right, and because he came in the blister, I'll show you the commander as well. Now again, nice, unique feeling of this guy. See, the weapon's just straighten right up there. Cool pose, bit Shakespeare. Tempted to put a skull in there. Last Poor York, I knew him well. He's got this cool sculpting in his baldric there. Bit of chance to put some nice detail in there. Yeah, he's pretty awesome. Next up, we'll get the military. Like I said, these are your your militia guys. So they should look a bit ragtag. And we'll get this guy first. So again, nice variety in the poses to keep things interesting. This guy's kneeling down. He's got himself a matchlock musket, which means he's got a fuse wire which ignited it rather than a bit of ignited the gunpowder rather than a bit of flint. He's got what's almost like a Morian helmet on, and yeah, like him, powder cartridges there. We've got this guy who's got on more of a everyday civilian's hat. Again, gun cartridges, powder cartridges, sword, more cartridges, a few pouches. Yep, liking him. Oh, this guy's got a fancy feather. Automatically my favourite. Yeah, as you can see, for being one-piece sculpt models, they are absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I've painted up a lot of Spanish now, and they've been great to paint. You know, just the right level of detail. You know, not boring models, but not too much going on that you're there forever. So yeah, again, oh, his feather's amazing. Look at that. Right, next up we have the capers, who are the more professional soldiers that the Dutch use. And let's have a look at these guys. Right, so straight out you can see that they are using flintlock muskets rather than the older fashioned matchlock muskets, which is a nice bit of detail with these guys being professional soldiers rather than militia. They've got more modern firearms, which is a very nice detail that Firelock games have included. Not a huge difference in them in game terms, mainly just if you're using night rules, you can see the glowing fuse cord on the matchlock muskets. But just nice. It's something they could have gotten away without doing, but they've gone for that extra bit of detail. And again, you can see we've got very nice detail on the models. Lovely creases, you know, so if you just want to give them a base coat and a wash, you know, you're going to get some nice deep shades. They're going to look great straight out the box. Right, so we've got this guy who is filling up his priming pan, getting ready to fire his musket. So we've got a unique pose. You know, rather than, you know, your standard action pose, this guy's in the middle reloading. Again, nice detail all the way around. This guy's adopted a kneeling firing position. Ready to go, and you've probably noticed there's not a huge amount of flash on these guys. You know, there's little bits that you're gonna get in any miniature, like on the barrel and whatnot, but not huge amounts. Here's a bit, you know, for when to fill in, but this stuff trims straight off, and then you're ready to go. And the Firelock models are really good for not having much in the way of mold lines, which are an absolute nightmare to do. So here's the last caper. He's got his cutlass there. He's got his musket, and he's ready to go. So, last up we have the enter plug. Apologies to any Dutch viewers, because I have no idea how you meant to pronounce that. So leave a note in the comments about how much I'm massacring your beautiful language, and my apologies. Right, so here we have elite guys, a bit more rough and ready. We've got this guy straight out the blister. He's got a bag full of granados, nice boarding axe, he's got a grenade in hand, and a pistol slung in his belt. I don't know how well you can see that on camera, but once it's painted up, that'll be nice and visible. Next up, we've got this guy who's rocking twin pistols. He's got brace of pistols. And he's even got another 2 tucked in his belt. So he's one to get up close and wreck your whole day. Got this guy armed with a blunderbuss, which anyone who's played role-playing games or OGW games knows. It's it's a short range weapon, kind of akin to a shotgun sometimes. And we've got this guy who's, classic pose, arm outstretched, looking down the barrel, ready to waste someone with his pistol. Right, and there we have it. There is the Dutch starter set. There's another 2 blisters of militia and capers, but yeah, I don't need to show you the same models again. So here you are. That's what that is. 25 models, and it'll set you back between 40 and 40 pounds, depends where you go. So you're looking at less than £2 a model, which modern day terms is a fantastic value. So hope you've enjoyed that video for the Dutch. I'm looking forward to getting some paint on these guys. So I've got a nice counter to my Spanish. If you have enjoyed this video, leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.